What's up, guys? Welcome to Sourcing Warriors channel. Let me ask you a question. Do you have a Chinese supplier that sucks so bad you just wanted to fire them? Do you ever have a situation where you are almost running out of stock? You need the suppliers to expedite the production. Do you have a situation where the supplier is pushing for the price increase, but your margin is so small, you need the suppliers to hold the old price, make an exception just for you? What does it take to turn a bad supplier into a good supplier? What does it take to make the supplier jump through hoops for you so you don't lose sales? In this video, I'm gonna share with you 4 tips to help you build the best possible relationship with these Chinese suppliers. This comes from me working with the Chinese suppliers on day in, day out basis for many years. Let's get started. Okay guys, I'm not sure if you ever visit China. If you ever go, doesn't matter whether it's a small, medium, large city, I want you to make one observation. In China, you can pretty much find anything. Everything is made in China. But one thing you wouldn't find in China is homeless people on the street. What? China has almost 1.5 billion people, but there are no homeless on the street? This comes to tell you, China is a very relationship-driven society. Everybody are intertwined. I don't want to get too deep into this, but I wanted to point this out so you have a backdrop of why you need to build a good relationship with your Chinese suppliers. Tip number 1. Partner versus enemy. A lot of people have a very guarded mentality against the Chinese suppliers, which I understand that you're doing business with a foreign country which you don't know anything about. You are a little bit scared. But here's the thing, guys. If you ever trust a large sum of money with someone, I bet this someone is not your enemy. In the case of doing business with the Chinese suppliers, it's the same thing. You're trusting your savings with them. They are essentially your business partner. You are in a business marriage with them. Therefore, it is your job to find out as much information as possible about your business partner. For example, you can ask very intimate questions. How's your business this year? Any new product coming into market? Any plans going into any trade shows? How is the owner? How is he doing? Is his children involved in the business? Any plans coming to the US? Can I take you guys to dinner? The more engaged you are, the more questions you ask, the more you can find out about your business partner. And at the same time, don't be afraid to share the business insights on your side. Even if you don't have a big setup yet, you can still show them how passionate you are building this business and how excited you are partnering with them. Your spirit of partnership working with the Chinese suppliers is the foundation to help you build a good supplier relationship. Tip number 2 is to praise versus blame. If you are Amazon FBA seller, you know how hard it is to get 5-star positive reviews. Take this and apply it to how you communicate with the Chinese suppliers. I know these boys and girls fresh from school, their English is not good. They don't have much business experience and they're not as thorough and accurate as you hope for. Sometimes you are so frustrated. I understand that. The best advice I can give it to you is take them in as your indirect employee. Notice their effort, blame less and praise more. For example, if you send out an RFQ, a supplier send a response back right away, but the response is not complete. Instead of being so quick, pointing out they didn't answer the question this and that, you can begin by complimenting this person by saying something like this. You are so quick responding, my RFQ. You are so efficient. How long you have been doing this? Your willingness to own it and demonstrating your leadership is gonna help you build a good supplier relationship. Tip number 3 is to meet in person versus remote control. When it comes down to relationship building, there's nothing more effective than meeting in person. I know, going to China, time and money. I understand, but if you're serious about building your business, I highly recommend you make a trip to China, meet your supplier, their owner, your sales representative in person, share some personal lives together, have lunch, dinner, find out what they like, what they don't like, invite them to US. I can guarantee you this trip is going to give you the best return for you to build the best supplier relationship. And finally, tip number 4 is trust versus condition. No matter how good your supplier is, and I want to repeat this, no matter how good your supplier is, you should always have a backup supplier. Because it's very risky to have one supplier. What if they get shut down? What if their quality goes downhill? You couldn't even place a new purchase order anytime soon. How do you benchmark price if they keep pushing price increase to you? All of this demands you to get a backup supplier, and don't be afraid to share that with your current supplier. Because they know you have a backup, guess what? They will act more diligently to service you. And that is the key to get a good supplier relationship with them. Alright guys, I hope these tips help. It takes work to build good supplier relationships. When you need your supplier to jump through hoops for you, those are the times the effort will be paid off. Have a brilliant day, guys. I'll see you soon.